This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribing. Let's get right into the news. Well, Cardi B is now the second richest female rapper of all time after reaching $101 million net worth. I thought Queen with Latifah was up there because I know Nicki's probably the richest, like Nicki Minaj. This is just what it says online. I mean, it's not accurate. She says 150 million. I thought Queen Latifah had a lot of money. I think they're just putting this up. Queen Latifah. Oh, 70 million. Okay, so somehow Cardi B amassed $101 million. I don't know how. She hasn't dropped an album in a while. She does singles. I guess it's possible. I guess they're just counting all the property and all the cars and everything else, which is fine. It is what it is. All right, so let's move on from this because it's not really that important. Birdman. I saw an interview with Birdman where he was lying through his teeth. I mean, Birdman's accomplished, okay? I don't know why he tells these little lies. It's little lies. I mean, he's told some big lies, but he keeps saying he started a record label when he was 15 years old in 1990. Bro, he was like 21 years old then or something like that. Yeah, I mean, he acts like the internet doesn't exist, that we can find out that he was born in 1969. So he was 22 years old. So he's like, when I found and signed Wayne. So this means that he is 13 years older than Wayne, right? So he's like, I signed Wayne when he was 11 and I was only 15. Or he was like 17. It's like, bro, you were like in your mid-20s, bro. The spookiest thing about Birdman that'll never get revealed is the spooky relationships he had with Wayne, BG, Turk. Do you remember that Lil Wayne interview at 106 in Park where he says Lil Wayne doesn't kiss? Lil Wayne says he only kisses me. Bro, I mean, we can't ever not count that. Like, it doesn't take anything away from their success, but it's weird. After that beef he had with Lil Wayne over money, it put Drake and Nicki in an uncomfortable position because now they're caught in between two bosses, right? And the end of all that, Drake was on his own, Nicki was on her own, and Wayne was on his own. Birdman doesn't have anybody anymore. He has Juvenile over there. I think BG's over there. But like Cash Money isn't really a label anymore. Lil Wayne's trying to continue Young Money, but there's nothing there anymore. You got Little Twist and some leftovers. Corey Guns, who's really talented, but it just didn't take off for him. Nobody really embraces Birdman anymore like they did back in the day. You used to see Birdman and Drake, Birdman, Wayne, Birdman, Nicki around each other a lot. And it's just not like that anymore. And also that takes a lot away from Nicki's brand and Drake's brand to me. And Wayne's brand. Like the Unity, they sold us on Unity and all this other stuff. And I guess Birdman just not paying Wayne broke everything up, So Birdman goes on to tell these stories. Like I just saw that podcast with Nick Cannon. Even though Nick Cannon's been around a long time and he's accomplished a lot, it's so hard to watch him do an interview because it's almost like he's getting on his knees for Birdman. It's like, dude, just ask him the questions. You don't need to be laughing uncomfortably and everything. Just ask him the questions. You guys are cool enough where you can ask him questions. It's just weird, bro. The whole thing is weird. I wish Drake and Wayne would work together again, but I don't think that's going to happen. Meaning like an album or something. I mean, that's when they make their best music, when they're pushing each other. Like right now, things are in a weird place. You don't even hear Birdman really back up Drake or anybody anymore, They don't really have each other's backs like they used to. They really need to resolve their issues, whatever they are. Jim Jones is out here lying, saying that he discovered Kid Cudi and that he got Kid Cudi popping. He said Kid Cudi used to work in a in a fashion store underneath Koch Records. And he used to get me my belts. And then one day, someone brought me one of his songs, Day and Night, and I rapped over it. And the rest, then they cut me out the deal and signed him. Somebody cut me out the deal and signed him. That's not how it worked. Kid Cudi embraced MySpace in the beginning, like around 2005, and kept putting music up. And around 2007-ish, it started to get traction. Day and Night did, right? And a producer that found Kid Cudi brought it to attention of Kanye West through Kid Cudi's manager. I forget his name. But they, people knowing each other brought attention to the song. And then a mixtape came out called A Kid Named Cudi in 2008, which is executive produced by Emil Haney and Plain Pat. Is that the same Emil? Wait a minute. Hold on one sec. I think I know this. Emil Haney. Nah. Someone totally different. I thought this. Well, maybe he looks like this now. Wait, Emil Haney. Let's see if he produced for this person. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he produced The True Meaning. Yeah. Okay, Emil Haney, I've seen him before because he worked with Cormega. And I used to be in the studio with Cormega a lot. Emil, I think Emil now is like a big-time producer. Anyways. Emil, so I don't know Emil was a part of his beginning. So he produced a mixtape with Plain Pat, and then he signed with Good Music in 2008. That's how it worked. It didn't have anything to do with Jim Jones and all this other stuff. And then Kanye West and Cudi, they also worked on 808s and Heartbreaks, which is legendary. Jim Jones just like makes things up as he goes. Dame Dash agrees on the sale of his streaming network and all that other stuff to settle a $4 million debt for over that. I think this is still over that movie, The Diary of whatever, with those kids that he dissed, and then he released the movie anyways without the, I mean, this is costing him everything. I'll never understand how Dame Dash, I mean, this guy made a lot of money. He should be set for life. He should have been, I don't understand why nobody ever taught him along the way that if the amount of money he made, he could have put up money, right, to live off of, $5-10 million, whatever, right, and then played with the rest. And if you mess that up, act like you broke, but you still got money to live with, because having money to live is the most important thing, right? Progress Report covered Zaytoven talking about clearing the sample for, there's a big song called Wim Whammy out with Pluto and KY, and that's really the origination of that song is Zaytoven with OJ the Juice Man. There is a song called Wim Wham D4L, and there's a dance that goes with it, but the actual song that she rapped on is a Zaytoven beat with OJ the Juice Man attached to it. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I don't think the girl Pluto even knows where that song came from. I think she got the beat from somewhere and then just made up this story about it when I think the OJ's sample was already on it, to be honest with you. So, I'm going to call Cap on the way. Now, shout out to Progress Report for talking about, for interviewing Zaytoven about that, because that fills in some holes in the story. I saw Pluto talking about it and KY talking about it. Or no, I'm sorry, YK. Because YK and Pluto don't mess with each other anymore. It's they're all from Atlanta. Listen, when two people just make a song out of nowhere, it usually results in breaking up. So because money comes into play. People say like, "Oh, why should I bring this person along?" And that's what usually happens. So they already don't mess with each other anymore. It's gonna be one-hit wonders because they're not gonna be able to. Come on, it was a freak accident, that song. They would need a Drake or somebody to co-sign them for it to last another year or two. TSR investigates. Meg Thee Stallion legal team is done staying silent. They talk about, they're trying to knock down this case before it gets to court because of all this new evidence. Diane London speaks out, says, keep talking, 36 hours on the clock. So they're supposed to release this stuff by the end of the week. That should release Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez footage of him getting poked up in jail got released. That's online if you want to see it. It's gruesome. It's sad, bro. And if he's 100% innocent, like they're going to say this week, who's going to pay for that? If that was proven, if I was Tory Lanez, I would take her to court. I want all her earnings for the past couple of years. Hassan Campbell goes at Adam 22. Adam 22 responds, what if I'm putting people on giving people opportunities while you sit in the house and make up fake narratives? And then, Hassan went at him. Even, with the facts from that a lot of the case did originate from No Jumper with Big U, because the characters like Whack 100 and Loose Cannon were on there spitting a lot of the stuff that was used in the case. It's not Adam's fault, but that was the platform that was used. Then Adam 2 responses, brother, I just interviewed people. If they said some crazy stuff on live, that the feds were interested. What does that have to do with me? It's true. He's right about that. And that's it. This is JordanTower with JT News. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.